very focused on sustainability as a core objective, gentlemen. So we want to have a sustainable data center. That's what we eat, breathe, and sleep at ZutaCore. While we all say liquid cooling, for us, we humbly say our direct-to-chip liquid cooling is not the end; it's a means to the end. Our end is sustainability. Our end is to see how do we optimize PUE, optimize meaning the reverse, reduce the PUE. Our end is see how we can densify the racks. Our end is that how do we improve the performance of the servers? That is what we're looking at. And we at ZutaCore strongly believe that water is for people and not for servers. So we don't want, we hear a lot of news articles which you and I would have heard. If you have heard of the news article, say yes, in terms of where where we hear people say they focus on immersing the servers, immersing the data centers in the oceans. Have you heard of that? Have you heard of data centers being immersed in the oceans? If you heard of it, type yes. Be interactive, okay? It can't be monologue. It'll be boring for you and me. So we are also old generation. At least I'm from old generation. I'm used to meeting people face to face and talking to them instead of webinar. Okay. So give us some credit. These are colored hair, so don't go by this. So this is my founding team. We were founded in 2016. Vishal, I heard you're a very old company. It's fantastic, but we are there. We are a nascent steps. As we are a 9-year-old company. We are headquartered in Israel. All our engineering happens in Israel. These are the founding members. Nasham is the tech brain and Eras is the business brain. And we work very, very closely on only one technology, which is direct-to-chip liquid cooling. We also have RDHX, but the primary focus is direct-to-chip liquid cooling towards sustainability. We have a very strong IP portfolio. We have over 20 patents around our direct-to-chip liquid cooling. A lot of humility there, but that's typical Israeli brain which is worked on, which is creating that. What we're very proud of is our strong partnership with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, which gave a lot of credibility to our company, which was nascent, even as of today we are young. 3 years before, even more younger, when Mitsubishi saw the value in ZutaCore dual phase direct-to-chip liquid cooling, and they invested a lot on ZutaCore, both in terms of not just in terms of money is one part of it, but in terms of white labeling it. So today, any Mitsubishi solution which you see in the world is nothing but ZutaCore on direct-to-chip liquid cooling. So that's a big win for us as a company. So if I can move to the next slide, our core mission, gentlemen, is we want to eliminate global emission by capturing the waste. We want to reuse the waste by direct-to-chip waterless liquid cooling. Our focus, gentlemen, is sustainable AI. We want to provide sustainability in the data centers. We don't want to have heat being generated. We want to discuss on topics like how do we reuse the heat. Those are the conversations that will really excite us. A lot of excitement I can share with you. There are companies in India which we are working with who want to reuse the heat. We look very small. They have, say, 3 megawatt data center. They want to reuse the heat for the cafeterias or one floor of their software centers. But imagine the kind of power reuse which will have. And money part, of course, the OPEX part reduces a lot when they reduce the consumption. This is what Vishal, you spoke most, so I'm going to eat your slide here. We are seeing the change in data centers market. AI is becoming the way forward. We are seeing, I come from a generation where we used to sell some product called MS-DOS. I don't know if Vivek was born by then. It was way back in 1992, Vivek. And today we are talking, you're not born, I can see that. Okay, you're not born. Okay. I began my career in 92 selling MS-DOS. Okay. And so today we have chips which are growing, exceeding 1000 watts, which is significantly high. Today servers are consuming over 6000 watts, and I can go on, and the heat being generated is crazy. We know we all use AI in our own form, right from a query to a ticket booking or to a chat GPT or your Samsung phone or something which has AI built in. But end of the day, AI is being used in every form. Every compute which goes through some form of cloud. Even the Amazon, Netflix, the time pass which we do uses cloud, and there is a lot of consumption of processors. And that is where the heat being generated is very high. We are trying to see how do we capture the heat and utilize it 100%. Today, we have already tested and proved over 2500 watts per chip. That's what we have proved. Tomorrow, say an NVIDIA or an AMD or an Intel or somebody else, ARM, anybody comes with a CPU, GPU, which is even 2000, 2500 watt, we have cold plates ready. So we are futuristic. We are not working for yesterday. We're not working for day before. We're working for 2 years from now. We're already there ahead of our curve, ahead of our competition. So can humbly say that we are leading the space here in terms of innovation and technology. I know Amod will have his own slides next, but still, with the privilege of speaking ahead of him, I'm going to share this. And we are having solution which is futuristic, where we can address any amount of heat. Today, we have seen proven case studies where we have brought down the PPE roughly to 1.04 in India, from where the existing one was 1.45, 1.50. So we are seeing what is interesting is a lot of government institutes have shown a lot of interest in us. They're working very closely with them on HPCs, the high performance computing. That's why AI is a new growing market. HPCs has been a regular market for us. We're working very closely with the government agencies and the education institutions to build servers in India along with direct-to-chip liquid cooling, which is very exciting for us. This is what we have. We can divide the slide into four. One side is the cold plate, other one is the HRUs, the manifold, water tank, manifolds and the liquid. And we have cold plate for each of the GPU, CPU. What is very, very nice to ZutaCore is we don't have one shoe fit all. We have a GPU, a cold plate for every model of GPU that's available, right from AMD, NVIDIA, and also when Gaudi 3 is fully ready. Gaudi 3 is the Intel product. We also offer Ice Lake, Sky Lake, Sapphire Rapid, Granite Rapid, which is going to come, to having for all the AMD series. We are having cold plate. What is even more interesting is we're working with Indian companies that are coming out with GPUs. We're already engaging with them to have cold plates, to have cold plates ready for them. Okay, so that's what we are doing. Okay, that is one side. The next is the heat rejection unit, which is an in-rack solution, which is inside the rack, where we can, off the shelf, we can scale up to 120 kilowatt, which is a 260 kilowatt unit, or a single unit of 100 kilowatt rack. We also provide customized solution to customers, including India, where they're asking for 360 kilowatt per rack, where we can customize and give it to them. We're also working with a few Indian customers where they want end-of-row solutions for a single megawatt heat rejection units. So our HRU is very, very flexible. Engineering is very nimble foot, where we can optimize the heat rejection unit as per the need. And then next is a manifold, which is again a ZutaCore product, which is, if you're familiar with the PDUs, manifold is the one which goes inside the rack, and it's a connector between your HRUs and the cold plates which are inside the servers. And last but not least is the actual liquid, which is GWP is less than 2, well tested, absolutely safe, where anybody can even accidentally drink it, nothing will happen. And GWP is taken care, and no harm, zero harm to the servers is what I can. We're not even selling it 99.99% safe. It's 100% safe. Okay. This we know and we agree, where we are seen in various parts of the world, where the AI workloads are actually generating a lot of heat. It is moving up from 750 to 1000 plus watts per center, and with a lot of capex being involved on that. So one of the advantages of working with direct liquid cooling from ZutaCore is where the capex and opex reduces because of reduction in periphery cooling. Because why? We consume, and the GPUs consume the maximum heat. We consume all the heat ourselves. For example, if you have a GPU consuming, say, X kilowatt of rack, and we consume 90% of it. So we take care of that, and we can reuse the heat. So your adiabatic, dry chiller, everything is reduced. Do you need it? You still need it, because there are a lot of periphery cooling which will require this heat, this cooling, but you can reduce a lot. This is how typically how our cold plates work. If you can see it from 100% bottom up, where we take care of the complete GPUs, CPUs, and we work with all the process. The image to the left, you see where we can replace a heat sink with our cold plates. Gentlemen, any questions, you can stop me anytime, okay? So this is how our cold plates continuously work. And the fin and wicks is where a lot of patents around ZutaCore is there, where we work on it continuously and optimize the GPU performance. We have seen in cases the performance of GPU CPU has gone up by over 80-90%. I'm sure all of you are aware of Praxair. Praxair is the world's largest rendering company, where their performance went up from 28 milliseconds, went down from 40 milliseconds, went up to 28 milliseconds per transaction, which is roughly around 60% improvement in their infrastructure. Okay, so we work on every server, Dell, HP, Supermicro, Asus, the Indian versions like NetWeb, MegaNet, Tains, whichever server model you have, irrespective of the server model we work, all of them we have a case studies and live cases across the world. As I can share with you, these are the direct benefits where there is no water inside the rack, absolutely zero water, as we strongly believe water is for people, not for data centers. We are future ready, can go up to 2800 watts anytime, and there's a lot of power reduction which happens, which is a direct impact on your OPEX cost. In Mumbai, there is a particular customer where there is a reduction of 21% of the OPEX cost from the day zero he went live with ZutaCore. So as I mentioned sometime before, no chillers, crack required, and there's a significant reduction in your capex. Why are we saying money is one part? What is more important is the real estate. We help you to optimize the real estate. We have seen case studies where there's a 60% reduction in rack space because he implemented ZutaCore, even on a CPU environment. So this is the aesthetics is what of it. Why I'm showing you this slide is tomorrow you want to remove one server. Tomorrow you want to remove one server, you can just unplug one server and put it back. Everything is a QDC. Everything is very neatly done. You don't see any pouch of water like somebody else where you have to showcase and measure and everything. Everything is automated. The blue box is the HRU and everything is automated. No human intervention required and no immersion. We strongly believe immersion is not the right way because it's a liquid. There is a possibility. We don't want a 1% chance of any challenges. There is no tissue paper outside the immersion tank, nothing. It's a very simple, neat solution. Liquid doesn't fall out of the server at all. As I mentioned, 10x more compute, 50% TCO reduction, and amazing carbon footprint reduction.